How does trauma open you up and affect you and really open you up to demons and these different experiences that you could have?
Okay, so first, if we're looking at demons or the idea of demons, one thing that I think gets Christians is you have a very narrow view of what a demonic experience actually is. So when you look at the root word of demon, or where it began, the word is daimon, and that word doesn't necessarily mean a malevolent being. It doesn't mean something that's outwardly aggressive or explicitly evil or scary. So throughout the ages, you see people dealing with different spirits and different gods and all this type of stuff. And as different scripts began to be written, and more of the Jewish what's the word? More the Jewish text, you could begin to see the word demon. It means something exclusively evil. So when Paul writes when it's written other nations' gods in the original, now after the Greek version of the Bible is written later on, it means just demons. It doesn't even refer to them sometimes as gods. It just refers to them. Somebody goes through like an experience that's really traumatic, they can meet or encounter a demon that can come to them friendly, like the way that the devil first came to Jesus in Matthew 4, saying, "Oh, you've been fasting, you're still hungry. Why don't you have some bread?" You know what I mean? They sometimes come as these experiences where it's like, we want to heal you, we want to help you, we want to help you heal, help you get your own power back. So that's how a lot of people very easily fall into these different witchcraft encounters and all this type of stuff. But how demons kind of get in through that is when people go through trauma, their mind can split. They can go through real experiences that cause them to have these weird personality issues that can cause them to isolate and all of these things. And this experience, sometimes you begin to think that you already have depression, but it amplifies. If you're dealing with unforgiveness, demons and spirits latch on to things like unforgiveness. I've done deliverance sessions where all that needed to happen is somebody needed to forgive, and immediately that demon started spiraling out. The spirit in them started to come out. Sometimes a healing that needed to happen was just a person verbally saying, "I forgive the ABCD."
Wow. And Naja, what's your take on the how trauma can open you up for these different spiritual encounters?
Yeah, absolutely. Typically, whenever you are dealing with trauma, like for example, whenever a child is inappropriately touched, that's a form of trauma, and that opens them up spiritually. There's a such thing as these demons transferring onto you through the trauma. So if somebody is dealing with trauma because their parent wasn't there, the spirit of rejection immediately comes in. So it's just a gateway. Whenever you go through trauma, it's an open door.
That's a scary thing.
It is, because I mean, that's the reality of it is, it's not many people who have not experienced trauma,
right.